Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the Tiger 131. It's a Tier 6 premium German heavy tank. It's located on the west spawn of Westfield, and this one is under the command of Deathnub. Now this is a Panzerkampfwagen 6 Ausrüstung H. They built 1,347 of them, and they were armed with an 88mm gun, which was particularly effective at taking down Soviet tanks and most of the Allied tanks as well. It's capable of 220 Alpha with standard ammo, and with the standard rounds it'll actually do 145mm a pen, and with the premium rounds 194mm, and it does have HE rounds as well, which can do 270 Alpha and 44mm a pen. Okay, well, he's headed towards the confrontation area. Give me a quick look to the south to see if anybody's there. Nobody yet, but he spotted a few over here. In fact, he spotted a Jackson. Now that guy's got a 19mm gun, so he can do damage to us, but that shot definitely went through, and he managed to get a low roll, sorry, for 212, and the Jackson's quickly sped away from there after taking damage. Okay, that's the Tiger 1. That's the Tier 7 version of this tank. Slightly better than the one he's got here, but he gets another pen. Can he get the kill shot? Yes, he does. So he's now taken down a Tier 7 tank in this Tier 6 heavy. Okay, KV2. Got to be careful. Those tanks can also badly damage a Tiger. Of course, most of them died during the early stages of the war. There were a few survivors, but even some that were captured by the Germans and used by them. That's into the engine bay. Oh, he got a fire! And he looks away, and he does get the kill. We missed out on seeing the kill. That guy's a one shot. Go for it. He does get the kill there as well. T-29 starting to fire rounds, and I think he ought to be careful, because that T-29 might have the 90mm gun. He might have a 105 and got a low roll. The T-29 falls back between the gap. Oh, he's got another kill, the Caro. So he's on 3 kills already. That's a pretty good game by Deathnub. Oh, another tank that does have a gun that can penetrate this tank. That's the Tog 2. He's got 17 pounder. Okay, so he's going over the rise because our Tier 7 Tiger has decided to go all in, and he's pulled back to take it into a more reasonable view. But we're starting to take damage from that 17 pounder, and the kill shot goes to the Tiger 1. Now he's just hiding behind that wreck for the moment because he doesn't want to suffer any more major damage. He had to burn his repair kit and his I think it was his repair kit that he actually used. Didn't use his first aid. Okay, more enemy. Jackson, that was the one he fired at the start of the battle. Did get a hit. And, ooh, looks like he's taken a major bit of damage from the Tiger 1. Now, Deathnub is in a Tier 7 game with Tier 6 tanks in it, so he's actually bottom tier. But he's actually done a huge amount of damage, 2,840 already. And that's more than you'd normally expect in a Tiger 131 in a Tier 7 game, because you're going to come up against tanks which are much more effective than the Panzer 6 Ausrüstung H or Tiger. Any enemy on the other side? Yes, there is. A T-20. He's over in the copse, in the corner. Get a shot? No. Not yet. We're 5 tanks up on the enemy at the moment. There is another enemy tank nearby. A Wizzy 131 was seen. Okay, Striv 74. No shot. Coming back up. No, he's not on the rise. He's circling his reticule, but it's not getting any help at all. He has pulled back. Now he might be able to get a shot. No, he still hasn't got it. That guy keeps popping back behind the ridgeline. There's still enough enemy tanks over there to do us damage. As far as we can see, there's 4 enemy tanks in the copse, and that Striv. And they've still got 7 enemies, so I think we know where 5 of them are. There's no Arty, so we can't see any of them, but he's worried that there might be an enemy just across the way, and it might be that Wizzy 131 that pulled back from this position. Oh, there's the Striv. Okay, we can see it. I think he probably felt that the Striv had actually gone up into the bush. Just taking a chance. There's an AMX 1357 over there as well. I'm not sure why he's aiming to one side of that bush. Okay, the T-34-100, the constructor's gone in behind the guys. He's just got the, or rather the Striv on our team has just got the kill on 1357. And now we can see that Wizzy 131, the little light tank. He was actually hiding. And now we're going over to the other side of the map, but this tank is very, very slow going up slopes. It's only 40 kilometers an hour maximum speed, and going uphill it's going to be considerably slower. So he's going to be stuck down here in the valley unless he has the time to climb the hill. Now they're starting to hemorrhage tanks. They've got an E25 over there, and the tanks over in the copse, they're being wiped out. There's only 2 of them left. Now there's only 1 tank left. It's the AMX 12 ton. He's just gone. And that is the end of the game. Here's the end of battle results, and that was a first ace tanker for Deathnub in the Tiger 131. Congratulations. When you see that scroll underneath the M, that's the first time he got it. So well done. He also managed to get a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle. He got an arsonist when he set light to the KV2. He didn't even bother to watch the guy go up and burn, but he saw the acknowledgement below, so he knew that it happened. And he also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 5 exactly. His win rate in the game was 9,565, which is super unicum and quite a bit more. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game because that went to the Tiger 1 on his team, the guy who was alongside for some of the battle. He got a high caliber for 3,723 hit points of damage, but he did get the second highest damage in the game with 2,840, and the third highest damage went to the T-34-100, the constructor on his own team, who got 1,778. And when it came to kills, yep, it's the Tiger 1 again. He got 4 kills. 3 kills went to Deathnub, and 3 kills went to the Striv 74 on his own team as well. Only 3 members of the enemy team actually managed to get a kill in that game. Would you believe that? They were so outmatched. When it came to base XP, though, because Deathnub was tier 6 and he was hitting tier 7 tanks, he actually earned more XP than the Tiger 1, even though the Tiger 1 got nearly 1,000 hit points more than Deathnub did. He got 1,432 experience points, whilst the Tiger 1 only got 1,344, and the third highest in the game was the Striv 74, who only managed 765. These 2 guys were the only ones over 1,000, and Deathnub was right at the top. He fired 18 rounds, got 13 direct hits on the enemy and 13 penetrations, and damage of 2,840, of which 846 were at more than 300 meters. I think those are the long-range shots he was shooting at the back of the map, and also possibly across the valley as well. 3 enemy hits received, 3 penetrating shots. Yeah, one of those was rather worrying, actually, because it was a T29, and he might have had a low roll on a 105mm gun. The problem with that is that the T29 can penetrate a Tiger, and therefore, if that guy stuck around, he could have suffered serious damage. But I think the Tiger 1, who was close by, actually distracted that T29, and he pulled away. 3 enemy vehicles were spotted, 6 enemy vehicles were damaged, 3 were killed, 820 hit points of damage assistance. Now, he was on a premium account, so he earned 73,082 credits, but he did use a rather lot of premium ammo, and he also had consumables. So he actually suffered a small loss in that game, 6,488 credits. He did, though, take away some XP, because, of course, he did rather well in the game. Best XP in the game, 2,792 experience points to take away, and our battle was over in 6 minutes 11 seconds, so very, very effective. He made good use of that 88mm gun. So congratulations to Deathnub again for getting his first ace in this vehicle. It's not a vehicle that a lot of people play because unfortunately Tigers aren't as good in the game as they were in real life. In real life they had a fear factor, and that fear factor was people knew that if you came up against a Tiger you're probably going to lose because they just tore enemy tanks to pieces, mostly the Allied tanks as well as the Russians. But in this game they're much easier to kill. Deathnub did rather well, I think, in this one. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.